1490, the Lost Colony.
This is the Jamestown Fort. These are a couple of houses and tents, and here is the river that the settlers wouldn't drink from. Fun facts.
A galleon is a large high ship with 3 or 4 decks used especially in the 1400s and 1500s.
By the time the next summer came around, the settlers were out of food.
The settlers attacked the Croatoan Indians instead of the Roanoke.
Virginia, Governor White's granddaughter, was one of the only things produced in the entire colony.
The settlers found a tree that had Croatoan carved on it.
1590, the Lost Colony. England's enemy, Spain, was gaining far too great a foothold in the New World. Their colonies in South America, Mexico, Cuba, and up into Florida were sending home galleons full of golden treasure. The Spanish had already shown themselves fierce in fighting off the advance of French settlers, and, if they weren't stopped soon, the entire continent would be theirs. The adventurous and wealthy Sir Walter Raleigh asked for and received from Queen Elizabeth the right to all lands not already claimed by another country. The lands between the French Quebec and Spanish Florida were there for stout-hearted English adventurers to claim. With his own money, he equipped an expedition to form a settlement in lands to be called Virginia. If they could find and fortify a convenient base for darting out and harassing Spanish treasure ships, the colony would pay off quickly and well. The first group of adventurers settled on the island of Roanoke in the summer of 1585. They reported the barrier island was very sandy and low toward the waterside, but so full of grapes as the very beating and surge of the sea overflowed them. The land teemed with deer and bear, and the water splashed with the fins of many fishes, and mussels and oysters were as numerous as grains of sand.
Ducks and cranes filled the sky with the arrogance of their time. The English thought of the native inhabitants of Roanoke and nearby Croatoan Island as little better than the bears or the wolves, unfit to be rewarded with such bounty. But the English should have asked for help and given friendship. They demanded food and gave abuse. It was not a good start for a colony. By the time the next summer came around, the settlers were out of food. So it was with great relief that the colonists spied Sir Francis Drake and his fleet off the coast, hunting for Spanish ships to plunder. When Drake sailed back to England on June 19, 1586, the colonists went with him, bidding good riddance to Roanoke Island.
Sir Walter Raleigh was little pleased by the abandonment of the colony, but soon began plans to send out another group of settlers. In the spring of 1587, the new expedition set sail from England with John White as governor. The group of 117 settlers reached Roanoke in July and began to repair the houses and fortifications. The Roanoke and Croatoan Indians were little pleased to see a return to the violent